Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to In the Pocket with SUZII. This is a tiny little space on the internet where you come in for a little bit of support. This is also a space where we dig a little bit deeper in who we are so that we can show up in a better place out in the world. And the world right now looks incredibly messy with a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of hurt that is being thrown around, and it is in a great turmoil. So what I want to do with you today is explore this space within our heart and express what you may be feeling and going through. This is my way of sharing and expressing and acknowledging the pain that I feel in my heart. And I hope to, as I am sharing this with you, you can allow yourself to witness and to be there for yourself, and knowing that these broken pieces are within you. The love is also within. The love is not only within, is around you, is beyond all of us. We individually have to be able to step out of our broken heart to see the perfection of love, to believe in the abundance of love, to believe and see that love at the end of time, at the end of space, will be serving all of us and heal all of us. But it starts within our own heart, and recognizing and seeing the brokenness and the pain. So, it may take a little bit of time, but it should be very simple. I'm just taking a piece of paper. You can use a regular paper. So I invite you to maybe even pause this video right now and then gather your supplies. Really, you just need a black pen or a Sharpie will be beautiful. And for contrast, you can do it with just one, or you can just bring some color pencils or pens or crayons or markers. It's totally fine. Now remember, this is a sensation. This is a witnessing of what is going on within you. So it is not about the art piece. It's not about an art project. It's really you witnessing yourself going through these, and you being in touch with your body. See what sensation is arising, and allow yourself to really be gentle and breathe through all of that. So if you take a Sharpie, I just want you to box out a space. I'm going to turn the camera lower so you can see my paper. So what I am doing here, what I'm starting to, is just boxing out a space, just so that we know what space we are working with, okay? And then the second thing I want you to do is to draw a heart. Okay? Now this represents your heart. And you over here are going to tell me, you are looking at your heart, and you're going to use circles in the heart. And in each circle, you're going to think of either a particular pain, particular things that you're going through, something that is hurting your heart, something that is causing your heart to feel like it's broken. So just in a very simple matter, smaller heart, it's a smaller pain. Bigger one, it's a bigger hole. It's an aching one. It's ones right now feel so fresh. And you're going to think of different ones. What you can do too, in each one, you're going to give it a name. You're going to give it, and you're going to share with yourself on what that whole represents. So as again, the bigger circle is the bigger pain. The smaller one is a smaller pain. And you're going to write out each one. Okay, I'm going to share mine in here. Okay, so for this demonstration, I'm going to just write 2, but you're really going to take your time and think about the pain that you have. And it doesn't really matter if it's, if it's just this one big one right now that you're feeling into it, allow that to be with it. If it's a smaller one that you actually am sensing, give it a space. Acknowledge that you are in pain. And this is a meditative and slow, caring process that you're giving to yourself. So take as much time and as much care as you would like to this. The ones that is very small that you can write on it, feel free to draw it out. Okay? And no pain that you feel that exists right now, that you sense and you remember, is too small or too big to be written over here. So go ahead and write all of these out. When you're done with this step, just give it a space and see. This is why at times you are not okay. This is why at times you are overwhelmed. This is why at times you are lashing out because of these pains that's within you. It is a lot to exist without holding it, without acknowledging it, without giving it space. So from here, I want you to be with, and now to really come into the space of love. The space in between it, I really want you to imagine the heart, the abundance that connects all these. In my case, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it in red. And as I am doing it, I am thinking. I'm thinking about the pain. But I'm also imagining, visualizing, witnessing as the paint move around these spaces, of giving love to it. As I am touching the side over here, I am sensing myself holding it with love. And away and around I go in all of this. I am holding, I'm reminding myself that I can take care of my pain. I am seeing that my pain and my aches are surrounded by love. That you are always there, and you can always have a choice to hold and surround your pain with love. And again, be here for a second to take this in. The next thing I want you to do, if you're using a Sharpie, great. If you're using a pen, that's fine too. Go around your heart and draw a little bit bigger heart, okay? So you're just gonna do this. Again, we're not looking for perfection. This isn't about a piece of art. This is about you processing and recognizing and giving your state of being a place to land. From here, I want you to imagine that this bigger heart that you have drawn, it's representing your loved ones, the one who loves you, the one that's caring for you. You're imagining your mentors, your coaches, your ones that you really resonate with. Maybe it's also me part of it. This bigger heart is pouring in for you, is supporting you, is loving you. If it's not in person, if it's not through physical hug and verbal words, it's through this energetic being and healing energy, as I am right now, sending to you. Really immerse yourself. This practice is powerful when you feel into the sensation of you acknowledging your broken heart, you holding your broken heart. Now imagining a bigger love, more abundance love around you, representing your loved ones, pouring in and holding you. And as you're doing that, I'm going to ask you to just draw a line coming in, direction from out to in, okay? All around this. Again, as you are doing this, I want you to sense and feel and call in all the support, all the love that you can gather, imagine, feel into, would love to have for you right now. It can be your loved one on this earth plane, or loved one who are no longer here. You call into your ancestors, whoever can support you in the way you need right now. Call them in. Feel their loving, healing energy. And that is the representation of their love. And sometimes I like to go over just to emphasize and remind myself that I am not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone. Okay. From here, I want you draw an even bigger heart. Now this bigger heart spills over the original border you have. So it might look like something like this, okay? It goes over, it covers the entire heart and the paper. And from here, I want you to imagine that this big heart represents the abundance, represent the capacity and the power and the energy of the heart. Heart with a big capital H. The love, the infinite, the abundance of love, the collective love that exists, the seen and the unseen, the forgotten and the unearthing part of all of it, the things that connect all of us, the things that will continue for us to go back to. That is holding all of us. That is holding all of our pains. And here, also, this is your heart, and you are being held with your pain. This is your circle, your energy of beings that you love are holding you. With this big abundant heart, I want you to recognize that there are other pains out there, the ones that you don't experience, the ones that you have forgotten, the ones that other people that you don't know, other beings are experiencing. They too have holes. And this one you don't need to name. You could just go around that. Whatever you feel, you lay a circle. Now from here, I want you to, for each circle, as you're doing this, draw a flower petal around it. And as you're doing this, I want you to bring your breath in. With each flower petal, I want you to imagine that in the abundance, all the pains, all the sufferings are transmuted in the power of love. All pains are inevitably transformed and transmuted. The suffering, the pain, all that dissolves. And what you're left with is a beautiful flower. Beautiful flower, beautiful flower. That is a possibility I want you to see. In the abundance of love, your pain, through the pain, can outgrow. Through the acceptance of the pain and the hurts and all that you are going through that, in love, flower will emerge. But I want you, if you cannot feel that right now, it's okay. But I want you to feel into the possibility of that. I want you to imagine that in this abundance of love, that love has conquered, love has dissolved everything else. And that's the representation of the flowers. And with that, I want you to be playful in coloring in the flowers. Could be anything else. Doesn't matter. Allow whatever to come through. And this is really, I want you to tune in on your energy, okay? This is you feeling and sensing into the power of healing. And the possibility, what might that look like and feel like? Experience yourself knowing that the pain has dissolved. To see the possibility of joy and the flower blossoming in its place. Okay? Now, I'm doing it, with so many different colors, but feel free just use 2. And I'm doing it a little bit faster, but take your time. Feel into all that serving you. This is about you and your process. So this is what we have so far. And as you are here, the last thing I want you to do is fill in between the flowers. And that is representing again the beautifulness of this abundant heart, the collectiveness of the love we have. And see and feel yourself giving in the love and seeing the possibility and seeing the joy that forms. The incredible things is that as you're doing it, the movement is in as you are opening up your heart. It is through that opening that allows the heart opening to channel through, to land on this page. So, having said all of that, I'm feeling incredibly now, almost feel like it's transformed, and it's like gloriously beaming out. And when I think of that, I think of gold. So here I am playing with, I have a gold paint, so I'm just going with that. Again, it doesn't have to be this, but since I have it, I am gonna go around the spaces in between the flowers. And in this case, you can see in some spaces that the colors are bleeding out from the flowers, which I think is just really beautiful too, and that all is connected. The collectiveness, there's no escaping it. We are all part of it. So the pain that we feel, the joy that we feel, see what you want to align with and witness that. And the last thing is very powerful to end with over here, to recognize that the border that we originally, let me show you this way, might be drippy a little bit. Now, the border that we initially drew as our boundary for the heart, that's within. that is within the abundance. It's all within there. It's all covered. You might ask, over here, there's a little corner. Now, initially when I said cover the entire space, I meant to cover this. But this also shows as a reminder that what we feel like is a little bit, sometimes when we are in pain, it feels like there is not enough out in the world to change all of this. That there's not enough of us. That there's not enough that we can do to shift to make a difference. So in a way, I take this to be a reminder that when we don't feel that we are enough, when we feel that we can't contribute, when we feel that there's only despair and destruction out in the world, or within us, or just our individual life, is very much like this. Then it gets chipped away, not in the abundance of the heart, but in our ability to believe that. So it would actually be beautiful too, to draw a bigger heart as we love and expand. It will cover up the space. So this is what I have of you and your capability and your choosing and your creation through art and holding your pain, that you shown yourself you can take care of your pain, that you're bigger than your broken heart, and that there are others who's there physically and spiritually and energetically supporting you. And within all of that, above all of that rather, that there's an abundance of pure heart, pure love that none of us can imagine, but it's there holding us. And we, you, are always in love. This is the longest one, I think. I sincerely hope that you enjoy this. My name again is SUZII, S-U-Z-I-I, 2 I's, because I believe the I in you sees the I in me, and the I in me sees the I in you. See you next time.